really, really, really good job by Zach Root tonight. Obviously, 8 innings, shutout, a very, very good baseball team. And, once I felt like once we got the lead, he continued to get better. He didn't, start nibbling and working for strikeouts. He was just trying to get outs. And it seemed like his breaking ball got a little better. Maybe the second half of the game got a little tighter, and he kind of had them all going. Really good changeup, keep it away, running a lot of run and sink, and just did a really good job of getting the leadoff man out and throwing strike one, and got a double play ball. That was big there after we had just scored. I don't know what we had, maybe 5 runs there, and then they get the leadoff man on and gets a double play ball. It might have been a little later than that, but just a great job. And then offensively, we got some runners on. We got I think 4 big 2-out hits. Aloy had a big 2-out double to right center. Cajillo followed him with a base hit up the middle with 2 outs. Kojo with I think the count was 1-2, 0-2. 2 on, fought back to a full count, and then caught it looked like a hanging breaking ball and hit it either over the scoreboard or off the top of it with a lot of backspin. Just a great at bat, and just a great job of punching in some runs late in the inning, and gave us an opportunity to separate a little bit.
Dave, you've been wanting length from your starters, so how important was it that Root was able to give you 8 innings, not just pitch as well as he did, but go 8 innings?
It was great. I mean, obviously, our bullpen has been pitching way too much, especially during that streak of games. We played 7 games in 8 days, and we traveled to Florida, and they had to pitch again. And for us to get a good start like that was, big, just mentally for our team, and obviously for resting some arms to get ready for tomorrow and Saturday.
I know he's at 99 pitches. Did he fight you at all wanting to go out there for the 9th?
There was no fight because he sat down on the bench. I followed Coach Hobbs. I watched his reaction, and Coach basically got him in a headlock. He didn't let him react too much, and I shook his hand and just said, great job. So he's smart. He knows that that was enough pitches. Got some big games coming up, and we're going to need that inning somewhere down the road.
When we talked to you yesterday, you mentioned how you wanted guys just to pitch in, right, up and down the lineup with the injuries that you have. Carson bowls that 2-run homer. I mean, how big was that, and can it also be a spark for the rest of the team? Guy comes in and has that kind of impact.
Well, I just saw him a second ago before I came up here, and I said, way to get us the lead, man. It was big time. And, because the first inning went fast for both teams. Pitchers kind of mowed each other down, and the other team's hitters down, and then, we got them out pretty quick in the second, and then for us to pop a 2-run homer there, you relax just a little bit. It takes that edge off. It doesn't mean you let your guard down, but it frees you up a little bit. Maybe you swing a little bit better, a little easier, and not grip the bat so tight, so to speak. And that was a big swing.
Have you seen anything from Zach the past couple of weeks, how he's maybe dealt with some of the shorter starts and obviously going against big lineups that, led to maybe some confidence coming into that he was going to have this type of night?
We felt like he would have a good night. I mean, obviously you can't predict that he's going to go 8 innings. We just felt like, he was really good for 3 innings last weekend, and it was 92 degrees. And 4th inning not so good, and the 5th inning not good, and pitch count got up, and they were taking good swings. And so we were keeping an eye on the 4th and 5th pretty good. We had built up a 5-run lead. He went out, like I said. I think that's when they got the leadoff man on, and then he got a double play ball, and then he just seemed like he was rolling after that. So I don't know. He's a good pitcher. There's a lot of good hitters in this league, and teams can stack those lineups pretty good and fight you, and it's not always going to go your way. And he's learned how to handle it and just come out the next weekend and be ready to go, and he did.
Is there anything that you've seen from Carson recently behind the scenes that doesn't surprise you that he got the big hit tonight?
No, not at all. I mean, he's hit. He didn't tear it up early in the fall. He's come from a smaller program, and we were kind of like, hey, this guy's pretty good. We didn't know if he'd get in the lineup. We had other outfielders healthy, and Diggs came back healthy, and all of a sudden there may be 4 guys in front of him. You're thinking, this is a guy that, hasn't seen this level of pitching, but he put up big numbers at the Division II level, but he got stronger, and he's confident, and he knows the strike zone, and he doesn't swing at a lot of bad pitches, and so we thought, definitely going into spring he could help us, and had a little injury going into spring, got healed up a little bit, gave him an opportunity, and he's pretty much hit, so yeah, I mean, he's a really good player.
Yeah. Obviously, he's been interchangeable in the outfield, but still being a backup to Maxwell tonight. So what was kind of the impact in the dugout when a guy who's, I guess, a backup gets that hit?
I think that a lot of guys on the team think he should be playing more, and it's been tough not to put his name in the lineup every now and then, to be honest with you. And I can tell that they really pull for him because, he doesn't say anything about not playing, at least not in front of his teammates, and they think he's a good teammate, and they like him a lot, and they want to see him do well. You can just see that, Coach. We can see that, and so it was huge. He was pretty pumped when he hit that ball, and when he came to the dugout, the team was really excited for him.
I was just curious, the last time you've seen an EFIS pitch in a conference game?
Say what?
An EFIS pitch, last time you've seen that in an SEC game?
I don't know. I can't remember the last time I saw one. Little League, I think. I probably threw it. Who knows, goofing around. But, yeah, caught me off guard. We threw the first one, and I heard that he threw it. One of the coaches always threw with this crazy pitch. I didn't realize he was talking about that. The first one looked like the ball just slipped out of his hand, but then you weren't sure. And then he threw 2 more, and one of them worked. So maybe he threw 3 more. But, yeah, that was an interesting pitch. And I guess, you can get a guy out front like that and get a swing, or even if you don't throw it over the plate, it's in the hitter's head that he's got that pitch. So, yeah.
Speaking of Riojas, he had a lot of pitches,
Yep.
and I'm wondering what your approach was. He hasn't been hit like this in his career.
Really, you just mentally, we tried to, pick a zone. Are we going to just stay looking in? Are we going to just look away and we give up the other part? If we're looking away, just sitting on that outer third, at least till 2 strikes, because when you throw 4 and 5 pitches for a strike and you command them well, it's hard to hit them. I thought our guys did a really nice job of hitting a couple of mistakes. When he elevated and left those sliders up, they popped him twice. And then he started coming back with that fastball a little bit. He's trying to get us in. And he hit a guy, hit a batter, and just didn't command it well enough. His pitch count got up, and obviously they went and got him. But yeah, it's tough it's tough to game plan on a pitcher that can throw 4 pitches where he wants.
Winning game 1, just in the setup this going on for this series, winning game 1, just how big does that turn out for you?
Well, it's just like I told the team, that's just one game, and we've been here before, so you still got work to do, but it obviously relaxes you a little bit, maybe takes a little pressure off of you. But if you lose tomorrow night, you're even up going into game 3. So, but I mean, there's not a coach around to tell you, yeah, we'll go ahead and I don't care if I win game 1. It makes you feel a lot better. It gives you some confidence as well.
Seeing how your team came out tonight, in retrospect, do you think maybe having Tuesday off was a good thing for them?
Yeah, that didn't hurt us at all because we got to practice as a full team. I mean, we stretched as a full team, with pitchers, position players together, with our strength coach and the coaches all around. We did it in the indoor because it was raining. Weather was a little rough, and we worked on team defense and team things. The team got to be a team because a lot of times you're separated, and then you're just playing all these games and have to give them a day off on Monday, and it was good. It was good to have a team practice. And then we had a little conversation with coaches and, some things we need to do, or we sat around and talked for 15, 20 minutes. As a matter of fact, I had them sit down, and I talked to them, and I sat in a chair. So it was different. It was just good having everybody there and be able to talk to them a little bit.
Dave, obviously, 2 and 3 home runs, but how nice was it to see that 4th inning where you got several singles and the double and everything like that?
Yeah, you got to be able to score different ways. Obviously, I've said it for a long time. In the SEC, you got to be able to hit the ball over the outfielder's head. And what I mean by that, you got to have some guys that have some power because it's really hard to score a lot of times. It's hard to get 3 hits in an inning off these type of pitchers. But you also, if you can punch in some runs with 2-out double and 2-out single, and Thomas had a single over the third baseman's head, and it was a great inning for us. I mean, the homers are quick; it happens fast. Everybody's all excited. The other ones, the team on team on defense, they got to stay out there a while. Whenever you're scoring like that.
Yeah, just to clarify on what you said about Gabe Frazier on the pregame radio, is his back, is that kind of the biggest problem that's been giving him issues, and are you planning to keep the right side of the infield the same tomorrow?
Yeah. We're the walking wounded right now. It's amazing. So we'll just keep play with who we got.
All right, Coach, thanks for
All
your
right.
time.